Hey Instagrammers, this is Kay, your media MI here at Bethany Global University. In a few moments, I'm going to be joined with one of our global interns, and let's see if she's getting on yet. Hold on. Hey Ariana, we see you. Savannah, Grace, Pedals for Jumping is here. Woo! So yeah, this is just a little interview to give you some insight about internship. Get to say hi to some of the juniors on the field. We'll be doing this throughout the rest of the semester. Really excited about this. Ayla, where are you? Let's see. I'm not seeing her. Oh, probably should have asked her what her Instagram name is. Oh dear. Hold on, you guys. Technical difficulties. Let's see if I can reach out to Ayla on Messenger and ask her what her Instagram name is. What is it? Okay. Which one? Ayla Solis. Okay. Where are we? Oh, there you go. Hey Ayla, I found your Instagram. Oh, hold on. Yes. We're hooking up. Thank you guys.
Hi.
Szia, Ayla!
Szia, hogy vagy?
Köszönöm. I'm good. Hogy vagy?
Én nagyon jól vagyok, éppen most költöztem Sopronba, szeretem Magyarországot, örülök, hogy itt lehetek.
Yo. Awesome. Okay, just so everyone knows what is going on, what was that?
That was Hungarian. It's known to be the most difficult language to learn in the world, so I'm privileged to have been born here and speak it natively.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, I speak Kiji Magaru, so
Very good, very good.
So I think it's an amazing language. That's awesome. So you're Hungarian.
I am. I'm half Hungarian, half American. My parents are either.
That is awesome. That's so cool. So right now, how about you tell us why you're actually in Hungary, not in America. That's correct, right?
Yes.
In a little town called Sopron, if I'm not mistaken. So why are you there?
So I am a student with Bethany Global University, and I spent the first 2 years of my education there in Minnesota, preparing to be here and be a missionary intern, which is what I'm busy doing nowadays. So yes, I am living in this little city called Sopron, and it's right on the border by Austria. It's gorgeous. The people here are incredible. And me and my team are engaged in a bunch of different ministries, helping with 2 different churches, and yeah, living life, learning what it's like to be a missionary and whether or not this is something that I want to do long term.
Awesome. That's so exciting. So I just want to let all of you guys know that if you have any questions, please go ahead and post them, and I will be sure to ask Ayla those questions. I'm trying to figure out how to pin that question so it stays permanent, but Instagram's kind of hard for those
I
who
someone's
totally technological. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, paste. Okay. Well, while we're figuring out those technical things, so how long have you been there already?
So we got here in the end of August. We got here just in time before the country closed its borders.
Wow.
Literally one day before it closed its borders. So
that's quick thinking. Good job, you guys.
Yeah, BGU did a really great job, or Bethany International did a really great job in making sure they knew what was going on politically over here and got us in here in time.
That's really cool. So how many people are on your team with you?
So there are 8 of us total, myself and 7 others. We have 4 boys and 4 men and 4 women, I suppose.
There we go. Yeah, that's awesome. So we just want to ask you a few questions about Hungary and like really get into what you're doing. Um, you know, you have kind of a unique perspective because you're in the country that you know the language, fortunately. And fortunately, it's one of those really hard languages. I know I was there for 4 months and I'm like, I can wish you Merry Christmas and say hello and, you know, kiss people on the cheeks and, you know.
Yeah, that's more than
but,
more most people can. So
That's true. It's a very fun language and a very fun culture. Um, so let's just ask some fun questions. What's your favorite Hungarian food?
oh, that's a great question, and there are a lot to choose from. But probably this thing called turos gombóc, and it's basically like a cottage cheese dumpling, but not like an Asian dumpling. And it's mixed with like breading, and you put like jam and sugar, powdered sugar, and sour cream on it. It sounds wild, but you can't knock it until you try it.
Yes, I am with you. That such good stuff out there. Like that's pretty unique. What's probably the most unique thing for like an American coming to Hungary to have?
Okay, we eat cabbage noodles. So you literally cook the noodles and you steam cabbage and you put it together, and then sometimes you put sugar on top. And it sounds crazy, but it's pretty good.
That does sound pretty crazy. That is not something I had regularly on my meal plan back at home. So, is there any least favorite food?
We eat some weird parts of animals. I shouldn't name them, but yeah, there's some weird parts that I personally don't enjoy eating or naming.
Understandable, understandable. So, for daily life in as an intern, it's a bit different than just I would assume living there as a just a citizen as an intern. What does your what does a day look like to you?
Yeah, it is definitely different than when I was actually living here growing up. As a team, we have so many different ministries going on, and everyone's involved in different ministries. So we have so many moving parts, and life is very busy, but it's all the good kind of busy. Like it's all the things that you want to do because they're fun as well. So, for example, I go to youth group. I am involved with two different churches. I translate a lot of events. I translate a Bible study, one of the church services. Because of COVID, right now I'm not translating for the other church service, but normally I translate that one as well. Um, let's see, I meet with some really special girls from the youth group throughout my week. Some of them believers, some of them not believers, and it's really a blessing to be involved in all of these things. And then my team has a lot of English ministry, so they have 3 different English clubs going on at all times for different kind of groups of people. So yeah, that's kind of an idea of some of the things that we have our hand in.
That's awesome. So with ministries, you said there's a lot of them. Are there is I know it's hard, but is there just one that you're like, I could do this for like all time. Like this brings me joy to my heart.
I think I've really been enjoying translation, which sounds weird. Um, but it's something that does bring me fulfillment and joy. And I feel like I am able to serve the community in a unique way with that because there aren't a lot of people who can translate to Hungarian or from Hungarian to English, rather. So I think I've really been enjoying that and the youth group.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, translating, I mean, that is the critical role. I know I sat there a lot of times in church going, yep, I understood 3 of those words. Yay for vocab quiz and just like learning to push through some weird things. And I'm sure you're going through that too. I mean, COVID has changed our lives around the world, not just here in America. What's something that you could say has really changed because of COVID in Hungary?
So right now the borders are closed. As I said, we live right on the border with Austria. So typically interns would be able to literally get in a car, get in a train, and drive 15, 20 minutes in Austria. We're not able to do that right now. And then another thing would be one of our church services. So Sunday morning and Sunday evening, we used to have church service, but now the Sunday evening church service has been canceled for the foreseeable future. For about 2 months, we didn't have Wednesday evening Bible study. So a lot of events got canceled. We didn't have youth for a long time. And then there are a lot of regulations with no more than 10 people in a space that are now kind of changing and shifting for the better. So that's basic. I mean, it's kind of similar to all the other countries.
Yeah, but that makes it hard. And I bet building relationships, I mean, I'm sure you have some from where you were from in Hungary, but this is a new place. So building those relationships is probably really, really hard for you, even though you know the language. Is like, uh, how do I phrase this? Sorry. How has you know, going into internship, you kind of have expectations of what it's going to look like. I'm sure when you first came to Bethany, you were thinking, oh, I'm going to go on this 16-month internship. You weren't quite thinking, oh, there's going to be a global pandemic, you know, might not even know where you were going. And now you're out on the field. How have those expectations really changed now that you're out there?
Yeah, for me specifically, it was a little different. We were supposed to, my team, most of us were supposed to go to Southeast Asia actually, but because of the pandemic, Asia sites all shut down and the borders were closed. So we got transferred literally last minute. I think we had like 2 weeks notice saying, hey, instead of in 1 month going to South Asia, in 2 weeks, you're going to Hungary. And so that obviously affected everyone completely differently. For me, it was a bit bittersweet. I know for a lot of people, it was a little bit sad, more sad than it was for me. So that was a big thing. But since being here, expectations have been, I don't know, the experience has exceeded my expectations. I've been loving being here. I have a great relationship with the rest of my team. I feel like I just feel so supported. We go to the International House of Prayer a couple times a week, and that just makes me feel very connected to God, even though there aren't a lot of Christians here, which actually makes the team more closer knit than otherwise would be. And I feel fulfilled by them and by God through IHOP to go out into the community. And despite the pandemic, I still feel like we're able to meet with a lot of people, just more on an individual one-on-one basis, which actually makes the conversation deeper. So yeah, I have not been disappointed.
That is awesome. That's very exciting to hear. Talking about team dynamics, like, so you're all living in an apartment, correct?
We are all living in different apartments. Yeah. Four.
Okay.
Yeah. We have
So,
4 apartments, 2 people in each apartment.
okay, wow. It's just so pretty nice setup. Are you enjoying living kind of like that single adulthood life?
Absolutely. I have the best roommate ever. I'm rooming with Carly West, if you guys know her. And it's been really fun to actually decorate an apartment for ourselves. And, you know, instead of moving into a dorm room or living in a house where your parents have a say, it's just, I don't know, sometimes I feel like we shouldn't be able to live here unsupervised. I don't feel like an adult yet. But it's been really cool to like go on Facebook and hunt for furniture because our apartment was completely unfurnished and we're on a tight budget. So we're like looking on Facebook Marketplace and stuff. And so I feel like everything that's in this apartment is something that we picked, which makes it so special. And so, I don't know, it makes me want to invite people in and host people and host the Hungarians and make space for them.
That's awesome. Yeah, that definitely was a highlight of being there. Do you get to really see the rest of your team? I know it's a fairly large group, especially when you add in the site leaders and their family. So can you guys all get together and do you spend time in prayer, or what things do you do together to really build that team relationship?
We actually spend a ton of time together. We see each other almost every single day, even if not all of us, because the different ministries that people are running, some of us will go to this ministry, another group will go to this ministry, and it's always different little groups of people hanging out. And then, for example, IHOP, most people go there 3 times a week together for 2 hours each time. So we spend a lot of time together in prayer. We have the occasional worship night hosted right here. Sometimes Carly and I live in the most central location to the city. So sometimes when we grab food, the whole team will come here to eat it, as we can't dine in restaurants right now. So yeah, we see each other all the time.
That's awesome. So I know you're busy with ministry, but you guys are still students. So you're actually doing classwork online with the school. How's that working out for you?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we were supposed to be kind of different by doing school online when the whole world is doing it online now anyways. So I feel like it's so normal, I guess, and everyone can relate. But it's been really good. Our leadership here, our site leaders have been very intentional about making it known that we have space to do our homework and they're not overloading us with ministry and just obligations. And we can always go to them and be like, hey, this is a really heavy homework week. We just need a little extra time. So they've been really great at helping us balance everything, because it is a lot. Like when we look at our hours for the week, it's kind of insane and I don't know how we do it. But they're really gracious and helpful and flexible and just want us to succeed.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great to have that support, and learning that balance is just key to life overall. Is there anything in class that has made you, any lesson that you've learned that you now look at your own culture, at the Hungarian culture, a little bit differently, and you're approaching it a little differently?
So I think the culture here as a border city is a bit different than where I grew up anyways. So I do see differences and I have funny cultural experiences. For example, one day we were over at a friend's house. They invited us for lunch and all of the girls from our team were there. And so during dinner, one of the man of the household, the husband, the father, he started blowing his nose. And in Hungary, we just blow our nose loud and proud. We don't hold back. Get it out, girl, that kind of mentality. And so he just starts blowing his nose and I'm like, oh yeah, I could blow my nose right now. And so I start blowing my nose too, and we're just, I guess, loud as trumpets, but to me it didn't even register. And then I just look over at my teammates and all the girls you could just see it on their face, they're holding back laughing so bad and they're just like looking at each other, what is going on, why are they just blowing their nose so violently over their table. And that's when I was like, wow, yeah, that's very different in America.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I say I have really bad allergies, so I love that part of Hungary. It wasn't one of those cultures where it's like, oh, I need to hold this back and be dainty. It's just like, let it out. You're right. Just let it out. It's like, this is perfect. So you guys, if you're watching, any questions for Ayla, please post them. Caleb. So, what is your favorite thing about living in Hungary? It comes from Virag.
Oh, sweet. I actually met with her today. She's one of the girls I met here. I'm assuming it's that Virag. Probably one of my favorite things about living in Hungary is the new relationships that the Lord has blessed me with, you being one of them, Virag. But I feel like as soon as we got here, there was no wasting time. God was just like, this person, this person, this person, you guys are going to be friends, and just drop people in our laps who needed friendship anyways due to COVID and losing their friends because they couldn't go to school and things like that. So all the new relationships have definitely been incredible.
That's awesome. Okay, from Genesova, what has been your favorite interaction with a local there? Best memory so far?
Best memory so far? Hey, Jenna. Probably, let me think. Probably, honestly, living with Carly has been incredible, and organizing the apartment the way we wanted it and just being really proud of the great deals we got because we're on a budget, and then inviting people in and inviting the girls from the youth. And it's very special to be having cozy time here with a couple of girls and drinking hot chocolate and then praying over them and just listening to them. I've been really enjoying that.
Awesome. Let's see, we got Carly W. What have you learned serving in full-time ministry?
That's Carly, my roommate. She's listening from the other room.
Way to go, Carly.
Yes. Um, let's see. Um, that the Lord will give me whatever I need. A lot of times I go in feeling very unequipped. When I first had to start translating for church, I just felt like I was tossed in the deep end and I was in over my head. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was so nervous and scared. And I did have a bunch of blunders, and I'm sure I will have more. But in the end, like the Lord has every time given me exactly what I needed, whether that was the right words, whether that was knowing when to listen, when to give advice, when to pray for someone, or if I really didn't know what to do, he provided the help. There was this one time where we were ministering to this homeless woman, and she was just sharing about how she was feeling, and it was very negative things. And I didn't know in that time what to do. I didn't know whether to console her, just keep listening, give advice, read scripture. I didn't know what to do. And Carly was there in that moment, and she knew the perfect words that I was just able to translate. And it was so the Lord always provides exactly what I need for what I'm doing for him.
Amen. Isn't that the best? Okay, we got another question from, oh my gosh, someone actually. Are you able to use your college major in Hungary?
Yes. Hey, Jay. I have been able to use my college major here. So I am majoring in entrepreneurship. And part of our curriculum here is talking with a business owner on a weekly basis, touching bases, and helping them in whatever they need, and also learning about the business community in Sopron. Also, I'm looking for products that I could potentially ship to the US and sell. I'm doing market research if it would be viable to sell over there and make a profit and then help the community here. So I have been able to use everything that we're learning in school here.
That's awesome. Shaproni, send us Shaproni.
That's the local beer.
I like the non-alcoholic one, just to put that out there. It's so good. It's one of the things I truly miss. And just basically the food. Gosh, if you could just send me some good, so much good food there. Well, we're about to wrap this all up. There's no more questions right now. Is there anything you'd like to share with people who are considering joining BGU and possibly going on this crazy 16-month internship?
Yes, my advice to you is pray about it. And if you feel like you have the okay from God or the go for it from God, then brace yourself, because it's a lot. But then do it, because going to BGU has been, besides accepting the Lord, the best decision I've ever made in my life. I learned so much about character, and I've experienced him in so many ways that I otherwise probably wouldn't have. And truly going to BGU has transformed my life and given me so many great opportunities. And now I feel like everything that I've been learning has prepared me for this internship. I've been here now 5 months. I still have about another year to go. And I'm just so excited to continue to apply what I've learned and then learn from it and perfect it and get better at all these ministry outreaches. So brace yourself, but do it. It's worth it. It's a lot of work, but you're going to love it, and you're going to come out a changed, different person.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. I know it's a little bit late there for you guys, but we're so happy to hear from you and just have this opportunity to ask you questions. It's just amazing to hear about a place that is close to my heart, and getting to hear from you, and maybe sometime we'll be able to chat and hear a little bit more. But thank you so much for doing this and sharing with everyone out there on Instagram. We're going to say bye for now, and have a great rest of your internship.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. See you guys.
Hey, you guys, that was Ayla in Hungary. Thanks for joining us. That was just like a fun time to just ask questions. I appreciate all your support and hope you're having a great day. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us. If you're interested about BGU, come check out our website. Our internship is one of a kind, totally unique. totally immersive. We love all of you out there. Have an amazing day. Bye.